And now, engineering an empire!
Yay! Hi, I'm Peter Weller. There have been many advanced civilizations throughout world history. However, there is one great empire that has affected us the most. Today, on Engineering an Empire, we will be exploring the Roman Empire. Because of its strategic location and fertile soil, foreign Greek and Latin cultures came to the area to settle. They built small towns, which grew into a flourishing empire with rich history. Today, we're going to Skype with Julius Caesar. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you.
So Caesar, under your rule, Rome flourished with a great republic. What did it consist of?
Well, that's a good question, Peter. It contained 3 branches of government: executive, legislative, and judicial. Our legal code was the 12 Tables, and to be able to be a part of it, you had to be an adult, male landowner. We set up an indirect democracy, which means that the people of Rome chose government officials to represent them. The executive branches had 2 consuls, elected by the assembly for 1 year. These 2 councils were much like your president in America, which includes the commander-in-chief of our Roman legions. Next, the legislative, which was made of the Senate, the Centrate Assembly, and Tribal Assembly.
What were these branches responsible for?
Well, all 3 of these groups were chosen for life. The Senate controlled all foreign and financial policies, which was very important to maintain a functioning empire. The Centrate selected the consuls and made laws. Last, the Tribal Assembly made laws as well as elected tribunes, who protected the plebeians, the middle-class people in Rome, who made the majority of the population.
It's funny that you mentioned laws, Julius. Can you explain Roman laws?
Well, our laws were based around the 12 Tables. The laws gave rights for fair chance in court, equality between everyone, freedom of speech and opinions, and a fair trial. Our purpose of law is simple: for the safety of our citizens, the preservation of states, and tranquility, the happiness of human life.
That was very touching. You guys were very organized. How did you keep such an empire prospering?
Rome relied on a lot of trade and farming. During their Pax Romana, our Golden Age, this was essential because the borders of Rome reached 10,000 miles. We needed these vast countries for raw materials such as grains, metals, olive oil, wine, and silk. We used assimilation to unite the people of different nations from Spain to Mesopotamia and from North Africa to Britain.
It certainly is a large area. How would you possibly control and maintain law and leadership without a robo-suit?
Well, of course, the legions. They were the muscle of the government, and they didn't even need lasers! They were self-sufficient and could live off the land. They built most of the roads and bridges.
Speaking of bridges and roads, Rome had very intricate architecture, which is used throughout the world today. Explain to us the many uses of architecture and how it was built.
Well, Peter, each technique such as the arc, the dome, and the invention of concrete were used to build our spectacular structures. One of the greatest features of architecture is the Colosseum. It was used for entertainment and could hold 45,000 to 50,000 people. It was built of stone and concrete and stands 157 feet high, 620 feet long. The use of columns made the construction possible. Also, the arc made the transfer of water to highly populated areas possible.
I'm Peter Weller, and we'll be right back after this.
I'm lost, and I don't know where I am.
Are you lost and don't know where you are?
Yes, and I need someone to help me.
Do you need someone to help you?
Yes.
Well, I can. Rome is a peninsula which is surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea and isolated by the Alps. There is plenty of farmland and rolling hills. However, Rome today is the metropolitan city, which has been the capital of Italy since its beginnings in the Roman Empire. So while traveling, make sure to bring plenty of footwear to walk in.
Adidas!
Also, there are plenty of natural harbors which allowed Rome to become so rich in culture through trade. So travel into the brilliant city of Rome, where there is wonderful food and sightseeing tours. The Colosseum is a famous part of ancient Rome, which is the heart of the classical era.
I'm so excited!
Rome was believed to be created by ancient mythical twins, Romulus and Remus. Throughout history, it has had many architectural advances, which make sightseeing so popular. There are plenty of theaters containing ancient Roman plays, such as Pseudopus, also fabulous cafes and plazas to shop in. So bring your euros, or even ancient Roman coins of gold, silver, or bronze, which are still used and accepted in Roman provincial areas.
I feel like I'll be completely comfortable traveling Rome. Thanks, traveling Italy!
Now, we're back to engineering an empire.
Interesting. Life in Rome must have been highly sophisticated and unlike any other civilization seen before your time.
Yes, life in Rome was prospering. It was full of sports, leisure time, family, and entertainment, much like it is today.
So I can tell you had a very good life in this great city.
Yeah, until I got deaded by my own best friends because they thought my swag was too strong. So they stabbed me to death in my own Senate chamber.
Well, okay. That concludes this session of Engineering an Empire. I'm Peter Weller. Peace! I'm Melissa Belsky.
And I'm Gabby Dizon.
And
This has been a Dream Team production!
Today on Engineering an Empire we... So Caesar, under your rule... branch is responsible for... It's funny that you mention laws, Julius. How... I hate every...
Our legal code was the 12 tables. And to be
Ow.
deaded!